Some major hospitals are about to stop providing so-called gender-affirming care for minors. This comes as the Trump administration puts pressure on healthcare institutions to stop the practice. Correspondent Alexandria Hoff has the story tonight.
In a message to pediatric patients, Children's National Hospital in Washington is citing legal and regulatory risks for why it is discontinuing the prescription of gender-affirming medication, effective August 30th. The University of Chicago Medical Center has ceased all gender-affirming pediatric care, a decision made in light of emerging federal actions. And this week, the largest transgender youth treatment clinic in the U.S. closed its doors at the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles, a move denounced by LA's LGBT Center, writing, "This closure will eliminate critical gender-affirming care for over 2,000 young patients." Similar federal funding fears prompting a slew of additional hospitals around the country to either pull back or end programs that prescribe puberty blockers and hormones to minors. Reversals that are being celebrated by groups opposed to the controversial interventions.
This is a great start. It's a great start to see that hospitals are going to start keeping kids safe. And no doubt, the Trump administration has done much in its power to really bring this to bear.
Earlier this month, the Justice Department issued subpoenas to more than 20 doctors and gender care clinics, part of an ongoing effort to enforce President Trump's executive order titled Protecting Children from Chemical and Surgical Mutilation. Most U.S. medical associations support puberty blockers and cross-sex hormones as effective treatment for transgender-identifying youth. But critics question the long-term impacts, particularly on fertility and bone health. Last year, it was revealed that a study went unpublished because it found the drugs did not improve the mental health of children experiencing gender distress. According to the New York Times, its lead author, Dr. Joanna Olson-Kennedy, did not want the findings, quote, weaponized. Dr. Olson-Kennedy ran the now-shuttered Center for Trans Youth at LA Children's Hospital. Brett.
Alex, thank you.
America First Legal, AFL, sued the Food and Drug Administration on Friday to obtain Biden-era records related to the government's internal guidance for the recommended use of puberty blockers for kids. The Trump-aligned legal group previously uncovered communications from the former administration through a Freedom of Information Act FOIA request, which reportedly showed the FDA knew that these drugs increased mental health risk, but still recommended approving them for kids. Following those uncovered communications, AFL followed up with a separate FOIA requesting documents specifically pertaining to the FDA's internal guidance for the off-label use of these drugs. Despite acknowledging the federal information request, the FDA has not cooperated, and the deadline to produce documents is up. The Biden administration pushed gender-denying treatments on American kids. Now, it's time to expose what officials really knew, AFL counsel Will Scalinos said. Similar to AFL's current FOIA request, the group was required to engage in litigation to compel the release of the first set of documents. But eventually, documents were released that seemed to show the Biden-era Division of General Endocrinology at the FDA recommended the agency approve puberty blockers for children despite the knowledge that there were negative impacts associated with them, such as increased depression, suicidality, and seizure risks. There is definitely a need for these drugs to be approved for gender transition, an FDA official from the agency's endocrinology division stated in an email uncovered by AFL. In the same communications, the FDA official also explicitly states that studies found increased risk of depression and suicidality, as well as increased seizure risk. Such findings have been confirmed by other studies as well. Researchers at the University of Texas sampled 107,583 patients 18 and older who had gender dysphoria, including some who underwent gender surgery, and concluded that gender-sensitive mental health support to address post-surgical psychological risks is a necessity. Males who received surgery had depression rates of 25% compared to males without surgery, who had rates slightly below 12%. Anxiety rates among that group were 12.8% compared to 2.6%. The same differences were seen among females as well. Those with surgery had 22.9% depression rates compared to 14.6% in the non-surgical group. Females who did get surgery also had a rate of anxiety of 10.5% compared to 7.1% for girls who had not gotten surgery.